Good morning, Terry here, and welcome back to TARDIS Spider. Today we continue our series of videos on monsters and aliens in Doctor Who. Today, more robots in Doctor Who.
More robots in Doctor Who. The K1 robot, the giant robot, or Professor Kettlewell's robot. All the same creation. Made of living metal and originally programmed to serve mankind. It was made mentally unstable by Miss Winters when she overrides its primary function and orders it to kill. Now unstable, it kidnaps Sarah Jane. The Brigadier accidentally causes it to grow to gigantic size. It was destroyed with a metal virus by the Doctor. Costume 2, Power 2, Importance to Story 3. 7 points for the giant robot. The Osiran robot mummies. Now, Sukhtet the Destroyer uses the Osiran robot mummies to aid in his escape from his perpetual imprisonment. The robots are his hands and his feet, both on Earth and on Mars. Costume 2 points. Power 0. Importance to story 1. 3 points for the Osiran robot mummies. Irongron's robot. Now the Sontaran Lynx promised Irongron fabulous weapons, the first being this warrior robot. Later used by the Doctor as a disguise as he attempts to escape. Costume 1, Power 0, Importance to story 0. 1 point for Irongron's robots. And now for a few androids. Androids are sophisticated robots, often indistinguishable from humans. The Movellans, humanoid and beautiful in appearance, the Movellans are ruthless androids. Their total reliance on logic brought them to an impasse in their war with the Daleks. With the aid of Tyson, the Doctor was able to deactivate all the Movellans on Skaro. Costume 1, Power 1, Importance to Story 2, 4 points for the Movellans. The androids of Terra. On the planet Tara, the peasants had the technology skills, and the aristocracy the knightly traditions and duties. Android duplicates are at the heart of this story. Costume 1, Power 1, Importance to Story 2, 4 points for the androids of Tara. Monarch's Army. The Urbankans, or the 3 billion survivors, preserved on microchips. Their mental identity is put into a robotic body, and they are the army when Monarch intends to invade the Earth. Costume 1, Power 1, Importance to Story 2, 4 points for Monarch's Army. All 3 of these androids were basically people in pretty costumes, weak on design, but androids appeared to be humans. And now, the 2 most important robots in the history of Doctor Who. Chameleon. This android is able to assume the voice and the form of any living being. But with an unassertive personality, both the Master and the Doctor are able to control this android. While under these influences, he assumed the likeness of King John, the Master, the Doctor, and Tegan. Further misuse by the Master led for Chameleon to beg the Doctor to destroy him. Chameleon, 5 points for his costume, 0 for power, 0 for importance to story. Now the most famous robot in the history of Doctor Who, K9. Now K9, there are 4 versions. The Mark I stayed on Gallifrey with Leela. The Mark II stayed in E-Space with Romana. Marks 3 and 4 belong to Sarah Jane Smith. Now originally built in the year 5000 by Professor Marius, not Marinus, while working at the Bi-Al Foundation. After the nucleus was destroyed, Marius returned to Earth and left K9 with the Doctor. Costume 3, Power 2, Importance to Story 1, 6 points for K9. And that ends our video on robots in Doctor Who. I conclude, and I hope you also, that K9 is the best robot in today's video. So let's move on to our referral. Jeremy Bulloch. He is Hal the Archer in The Time Warrior, which is where Iron Gron's robot appears. He is also Tor in a space museum. He appears in Episode 3 of Star Wars as Captain Colton. He also appears in Episode 5 and Episode 6 as Boba Fett. So enjoy Jeremy Bulloch in classic Doctor Who and Star Wars. Now remember, a child has to have a book to have a favorite book. Put a book in the hands of a child who does not have one today. Thank you and stay safe.